contest of 12 3-minute rounds, the WBC final eliminator for the heavyweight championship of the world, and to decide the heavyweight championship of the Commonwealth. The officials appointed for this contest by the WBC, the supervisor in charge, Mr. Jose Sullivan, President of the WBC, the British Boxing Board of Control Steward in charge, Mr. Dippery, the timekeeper this evening, Mr. Tommy Rice of London. The judges are Mr. Chuck Hazzett of Anaheim, California, Mr. Franz Marty of Offenbach, Switzerland, and Mr. Tom Kazmarek of Brick, New Jersey. The referee in charge of the action this evening, Mr. Joe Cortez of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in the red corner, his record reads 27 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 20 wins by KO from Toronto, Canada, the #1 ranked by the WBC, Donovan Razor Miller.
And he's beaten 4 world champions.
And in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks from East London, England, his record wins 21 contests, 21 wins, 18 by KO, the British, Commonwealth and European heavyweight champion, ranked by the WBC #2, Lennox Lewis. And the official weighing, Ruddock scale 231.5 pounds, 16 stone 7.5 pounds. Lewis 227.5 pounds, 16 stone 3.5 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Well, throughout those preliminaries, Razor Ruddock, and he's having words already there with Lennox Lewis, looked very, very hyped up indeed. And Glenn, I know you feel he's going to come out here very, very fast and explosively.
Yes, I think he's going to come out really smoking. You can tell he's really hyped himself up. He's talking to Lennox during the instructions. I think he's going to come dashing out of his corner straight direction.
Well, we're all set. This is it. The fight for the right. So much talking. The talking stops right here. Pepe Correa, Lewis's trainer, is told to get out of the ring. Get out the ring, says Joe Cortez to him. I won't tell you that again. It's due to go 12 rounds. It's underway. Razor Ruddock in the white trunks. Lewis, the taller man by 2 inches, in red, will look to box behind that jab and gets him with a good fast left to start with. A scoring punch straight away from Lennox Lewis, the British and Commonwealth champion. Key moment in this fight is what happens the first time Razor Ruddock lands one of his sledgehammers. How does Lewis react to it? Cortez, the referee, giving him a warning to cut out the wrestling-style rough stuff. That jab is the key for Lewis. And all the time you'll see he's revolving in a clockwise direction away, theoretically, from Razor Ruddock's left hook.
Well, Ruddock didn't come out. He didn't come out falling straight away. Lennox has took the centre of the ring and is using his jab to good effect.
Lewis keeping his right glove up quite high to stop that left hook, but of course Ruddock has been working pretty well with the right hand, we hear in the gym as well. So there's danger there too. Ruddock hasn't really landed anything at all yet. Lewis quite effective with the jab. Lennox Lewis with a lot of amateur titles behind him and good technique and boxing skills. He probably does have the know-how to get through this, maybe without avoiding the worst of the punishment, but we'll see. It really is the acid test for him, the degree course, this one.
Yeah, I think this one is the final examination to see whether he's really got what it takes to win the heavyweight championship. He's got the centre of the ring and he's used his jab well early in this round. Ruddock as yet hasn't really thrown anything significantly at all.
Ruddock, you feel, just straining at the leash almost, mentally looking for the chance to explode one of his big shots. Lewis gets through with a left hook and then another jab. He's dominated this first round, Lewis, behind the jab so far.
Yes, he's used his jab well. He's also moving well. He's keeping that right hand up at the moment. He hasn't got to drop that.
He's never been in this deep before, Lewis. Oh, that's a good overhand right, and Ruddock is down in the opening round. And he's hurt by that. What a sensation. Is Ruddock going to get up? He does, but unsteadily. Lewis has him down. What a big round for Lennox Lewis. Well, how about that?
Unbelievable. I don't think anybody would have expected that. A big, long right hand from Lennox Lewis. And he's proved that he's got the power to hurt Razor Ruddock. A fantastic shot. And Ruddock was in desperate trouble and hurt badly. Here we go. He just leans it down, got the leverage. And Ruddock's legs just turned to jelly.
It was almost as if somebody just cut them from beneath him.
Unbelievable, his legs went all together. Fabulous right hand. Really put his leverage and his body behind it. There we go, bang on the side of the head. And Ruddock was very lucky that the bell went when it did. It's given him a minute to recover somewhat. The crowd is going ecstatic here. A fabulous start for Lennox Lewis.
Absolutely thunderous noise in here. Can Lewis build on that fantastic opening round? Remember, though, that Razor Ruddock has got off the floor to win before. He did it against Bone Crusher Smith. Oh, and Lewis gets through again. He's got him. He's going to be down again here, Lewis. Lewis is down. Ruddock is down for the second time. He's up at about 3. They'll take a mandatory 8 count. Lewis could finish this early. This is explosive stuff here from Lennox Lewis. Ruddock is looking for angles to try and explode his bombs, but it's all Lewis, and he's got him again.
That is it, I think. It's all over.
It's over. Lennox Lewis has done it. Lennox Lewis will fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. Second round finish. Stunning stuff. Mayhem breaks out all around me. People trying to get in the ring. People being thrown out of the ring. Ruddock is still prostrate in there. He never got into the fight. Lewis blew him away. It was called the fight for the right, and the right to fight for the world heavyweight title belongs to Lennox Lewis. He could be the man to become Britain's first world heavyweight champion since Bob Fitzsimmons in 1897.
What
Stunning.
spectacular style he did it in. Some thunderous punches, and Ruddock's legs just were swept from underneath him. It was unbelievable. I don't think anybody really expected that. I think everybody who, like me, thought Lennox could win, thought he would do it on points, didn't think he had the power to hurt a man like Razor Ruddock, who has proved he had a good chin, got him off the floor of Tyson. So Lennox has proved he's the real deal.
Well, there were many predictions for this fight, but I never saw one that said Lennox Lewis would wipe out Razor Ruddock in such stunning, that's the word for it, and sensational fashion. We all had Lennox Lewis down as the boxer who would stay away maybe from the big bombs of Razor Ruddock. Well, the power man in this contest was Lennox Lewis. Well, maybe those 19 rounds with Mike Tyson had taken something away from the Razor, but let's not take anything away from Lewis. That was the best performance from any British-based heavyweight, I think, in living memory.
Oh, he certainly rose to the occasion. some fabulous punches written here. He just never gave Ruddock a chance. He hurt him early and he kept on him. And Ruddock's legs never really came. And also a man with such experience. Ruddock jumped up the second time he went down very, very quick. So it proves he just didn't know where he was.
Well, now we have a fight breaking out in the ring. There's a brawl going on in there. Now, what has happened, I can't begin to tell you. People being extremely stupid. I think it's probably some interlopers trying to get in the ring and being ejected. Why do we have to have this sort of thing? But it's only a few fools, it's only a few idiots. Lennox Lewis, there he is, the hero. And there's his mum. There's Violet, his mother, who sees all his fights. And what a moment for her as well. Just give us your thoughts on that, because nobody expected a finish like that.
Well, I went into the ring, I was very calm. I could see that Razor was very agitated. You know, even though I was quiet, you can still feel the fact that I was calm in there. Watching hours of tape on Razor Ruddock, I realized that he kept his left hand low. And I just took advantage of that. He's never been in with a fast heavyweight that throws a natural right hand like myself.
Before the fight, you seemed absolutely cool. I said you had ice in your veins, and he looked so psyched up.
I did. I was mentally programmed, mentally motivated, and I knew what I wanted to prove out there. And I did it as a Brit, and I'm glad that so much people came out and supported me in England, and I thank them.
And you now go on, of course, to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. The fight for the right is yours. What's your feeling about Holyfield and Bowe, and where you'd stand with either of those two?
Well, I believe that Holyfield's going to win the fight, you know, because of the fact that he's a workaholic. Before I said that I was knocking at Holyfield's door, well, I kicked down the door tonight. I'm going after Holyfield.
Because before this fight, there were a few people still, I think, around Britain who were saying, oh, Lennox Lewis, he's not the genuine article. He's got it to prove. Who's he fought? You must feel as if you've answered every critic out there tonight.
Definitely. Before this, I said there's a lot of unanswered questions about Lennox Lewis. Tonight, I answered most of them.
It was a lovely moment there in the ring. Your mum, Violet, who watches all your fight, gave you a great big hug. That must have meant a lot to you, that moment.
It was really nice to see how happy my mother was and my brother was. I felt really happy inside for myself as well.
Have you got a message for all the people who are watching this now in Britain who are hoping that you're going to be the man to create history?
I want to answer.
Let him answer it first, Pepe.
I'm going to answer for myself. He's British and he's bad.
Pepe Correa, we've heard that one before. What's your answer, Lennox?
That's the same answer. I'm British and I'm bad, and we're going to go to get the World Championship belt and bring it back to London, England. Yes, I'm going to be the first British heavyweight champion.
Okay, Lennox, brilliant performance. Fantastic. Well done.
Enough respect.